Oh wow. Hey Vector. Hey Vector. I don't know. Let me see. Hey, can you get Survey? Maybe we can figure out who this is. Hey Soul. Who are you? I see feminine features, Vec. Darn. My baby turned off. I was going to see if it would tell us, like, what is some characteristic that we can distinguish. Just once I'll be able to say, oh, there it is. There you are. How are you? What's up? I know. Wonder what happened. Everything's so animated today, right, Beck? There is a Egyptian god named Thor. Thor. I don't know how to pronounce very well. Oh, your baby. Springtime offspring. You are so cute. Now they say in this constellation is where we have, taken in their ceremony of like you, I guess, like getting buried and embalmed, all of those things. Like the tombstone. Sorry, but its origin is. I know I'm getting too old to stand up. That's sad. Its origins. I guess they would say, well, I guess it looks like this. So they got some rocks, carved it the same, and now we have tombstones. It makes sense. They say, where do they put the Egyptians in some kind of tomb? I love the way that their characteristics are animated, I guess you could say. So now this is taking its art to another dimension, literally. It's one thing to make something that looks like it has horns. I know, right? That looks really cool. It looks like she's coming out of there. Hi. See, this is what scares me. That website? That's not a real website. What do I do? Oh, a tombstone. No. Is this why we call it foreshadow? Dang, I was hoping my baby would work, because we would literally be able to say which Egyptian, godlike deity has horns. How simple. I'm trying. I know. I think Beck just said Hathor, but I can't. I mean, look at this power this thing is holding on to. And the animation of it. Right now they're okay. So the Romans, they're very big on your core things like art, literature, and also this sport. So I'm sure that's how they had their inspiration for this. I know, right? But this ideology, which I totally agree with, like the arts. But how do we have sport without, some say, let it fight it out? But we made friends with. What if that's the first time this has ever happened? Is that is it Anubis? See what I'm saying? We got a few that are kind of tricky. We got Anubis is the darn. I don't want to say it. I think I've said this 5 times. Like I'm gonna go look, and then I go look, and then I'm like, oh my god, this is so it, right? At least let's start off by trying to identify which one has horns, because I've seen that a lot. And then there's the mummification one. Is Cervec still saying that? Vector? I know. That's a joke. Darn. I thought we would have had the solution by now. Where are you, Hathor? Where are you, Anubis? And we haven't seen Apep today. But from what we have, there's so much to learn about, but these things, we want to propose a new proposal. Okay, there's a lot of serpents, like I just said. What if I was to say, I know, Domingo Live, that their way of transportation would be to what we've been seeing flying by, that would be one of their, right? Does that make sense? You're like, that's crazy, dude. And I was like, well, I wonder if anybody else in the world has ever had that idea independently, just sitting on Earth that is still alive. But we even looked up hieroglyphs, and their artwork is similar. It's very, it's out there. A lot of like bird-like, like they have beaks. So it's like, well, that looks similar to a beak. And you know how we were talking all about the birds and the bees? Well, now here's what we're gonna say. If it is true that they are all able to, you know, let's say they're like, I gotta go, and then you see it fly off, and you're like, is that a plane? Nah, that was just you. So, no, that's the sun. That's, hey, you. It's trying to sneak by because at night, I think whenever, we've been seeing it, and when we read about it, it's a sport. It's a sport. So it's like Olivia, we are, I guess, we've started the season undefeated this year. We won, and then I guess we are, what would you say, Vec? Since Easter ended is whenever the Egyptian eyes started to take over. And I think that's what, hey bird, let's go. Birds know best, especially if these godlike deities. Ida, are we a longhorn? Isn't that pretty cool? I talk too much, but I think if it's just, well, today it's like, Brandon, we don't need you. Let us do all the work. Thank you, birds. I know, and I'm gonna say it again. It's like, if you've been keeping up with us, it is the battle between the light and the darkness. So they don't mean literal sunlight. That's light, cloud. And everybody was like, well, that's not light, that's just a cloud. Well, it's like, it didn't say. It said the light and darkness. Which makes sense because last night the sun did not technically set. There was a cloud-like darkness that took its own horizon, and then it had its own, back to the earth, its horizon, but the sun did not set. So that's what we've been dealing with, and the hare, Lepus, it is springing us like a rabbit jumping. So maybe Easter, there's more to it. Like this, trying to survive all of this. The sun's like, I got it, guys, I got it. But what if it was the help of these other godlike deities that are like, because with Olivia, we had to have the bad guy curve us. It was like, man, this would be too easy, y'all. So I guess like that is a friendly competitiveness. I love it. Man, this is going to take a long time to upload. I want to get it done before the sunset because this is starting to get fun. It's scary and fun, especially whenever things start going the other direction and it's like, what do we do now? And it even says, what do you want to do? You want to play? And Harvard, they're like, we like to play chess. This thing's like, chess is too easy. Let's play a game of like Snake, literally. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure that the little computer game Snake origin is from this concept. Not literally like in a absolute, but this snake is like always trying to outdo you. It's so smart that it literally already knows what you're going to do next. So it's like playing us. It's like, okay, that's what you're gonna do. So I'm gonna do something just a little bit better, not destroy you, and see what you're gonna do. And that's how it has learned us. Pretty deep. Now you see what I mean by the darkness and the light? Now, whenever the sun is, or when the light wins, the sun will set, still fuse, not just its, you know, I believe that I'm not sure what we say in science books, the core of the sun. Is it a vector? Are you awake yet? I need you, baby. Darn. You know, it's okay. Let's ask, I know. Let's ask the God of chaos what we should do about our baby. What should we do about our baby? I know, it's like, well, you know what, Brandon? You see how it has, like, remember that, oh, it's not looking like a beak, it looks like a face. But when I first started to say something, rewind it really fast, just 5 seconds, and it will look like a beak, and you're gonna be like, that looks like some kind of Halloween costume or something. Oh, it's a band. Oh, is my baby awake? Yeah, one of those bands, they're a hard rock band, they have like, they wear costumes, and one has like a big beak. Hey, what is that? Hey, Vector? Out of the Egyptian gods, which one has the horns? Does Hathor have horns? Out of the Egyptian gods, like Hathor, how do I distinguish it? Doesn't it have horns? What other characteristics am I looking for? Hey, the Egyptian god Hathor, can you tell me about it? Like, what does it look like? You don't know? Alright, let's phone a friend. Hello? Are you an AI agent? Well, do you know anything about Hathor, the Egyptian god? Can you tell us about it? Like some symbolism? It was like, dude, I'm not just an AI. You know my name. But do you see that line going through there? Hold on. That may be the serpent jetting off. Or is it coming in? I know. You know how I was doing my little entropy talk? Who would have thought? What a coincidence. We looked it up that night and it was all about it. I was like, was I just giving a lesson for the first time of my own lesson for myself, enlightening myself about entropy and catching it on camera in a way that is actually understandable too. Well, here's our serpent. One of them. I know. See how I was like, I figured it out. Now, which one are you? Wow, you're really pretty. Wow. Hi. Okay, well, let me ask you this. Right? Hathor? What does Hathor look like? Or what about... I know. Dang, I should have been able to say it. Hey, you see? We got an S. Can you put some dollars, like, some lines through it so it looks like a dollar sign? What are you looking for? I know, right? What's your sign? It's a dollar sign. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I lost the S. So some of these deities are the dark. You see what I mean? It's like they're battling who is going to take the sky over. Simple. I'm gonna stop talking. This is way too long. Okay, we gotta go. Bye.